All right, we'll give it just a minute here for YouTube to catch up. And it takes a minute sometimes.
Okay.
People are coming in. I think we may be live, maybe.
Yep. I just got a
Uh,
notification.
okay, awesome. Hi, everybody. We are live, and look who I've got with me. This is Akela B24, and I'm so happy she's here today. Let me turn YouTube down there. There we go. And yeah, I'm just happy you're here. I didn't even know that you were doing readings and doing lives and all that good stuff until I saw you on someone else's. I think it might have been Jane's channel that I saw you on, and I'm like, hey, you need to come on my channel too. So, yeah, just very very glad to have you here. And let's say hello to a couple people, and then I'll come back and ask you a few questions here, and we will get started. We are going to do readings, so they'll be in just a couple moments. So don't put your questions in quite yet, because I'll miss them. But let's see who's here. Jackie Jacaranda. Hey there. And Natalie is here. Hi, Natalie. And Nivra is here. And Kathy. Hi, Kathy. And good morning, Thea. How are you? Okay, good to see you guys. Jackie's already got your channel
Thank
in
you.
there. So, hi, Nancy Ray. While people are coming in, why don't you let me know about a little bit about your journey into tarot and into your channel and where you're at now with your channel, and just I'm gonna let you have it for a minute.
Well, thank you, Scott. Thanks for having me on your show. I was telling you behind the scenes that I remember when I first started following you and you were teaching us how to read tarot because I'm still not good at tarot, but I remember you will be like, okay, pull a card, get any card, pull a card, tell me what you got, and I'll explain to you what it means for you. So I thank you for that. Um, so I have I always go back to the age of 8 because that's when I lost my grandmother. Um,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I- oh no, it's okay. But now that I understand transitioning and that you truly never lose someone, it's totally different. The
Yeah,
burden that I used to carry, I mean, not to say I don't sometimes still miss her, um, but it's not as heavy as not understanding the journey of souls. So it started when
right,
I always use her as my guide because again, she transitioned around that time. And that's when I saw my first ever soul spirit. It terrified the living daylights out of me. And because no one could see this gentleman but me. All of us are sitting in a room and I'm telling them there's a man in the kitchen, there's a man in the kitchen. And they're like, no, nobody's in the kitchen. And then I spoke with my grandmother and she asked, describe who you saw. And I told her who I saw. And her jaw dropped. And then later on, she explained to me who the person was because I could tell her exactly what the man had on. And she said that's what they buried the person in. Right.
oh wow,
So that was my first ever. Then I've had things throughout, knowings and not really knowing why I knew, how I knew what was going to happen. Um, but since finding this community, I would say, which started off with Jean, because I met Sun Psychic Jean at a fair, and Jean did a reading for me. And from Jean's reading, Jean welcomed me into the group, practicing with other members. And from that moment on, things just progressed. As I told you, it's like Spirit said, okay, now we got the reins. This horse will not stop. We're going to keep going, 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 going. And it's been a great progression because my passion in learning and remembering all of this is really to help ease other people's pain and suffering, right? Because
right,
I've lost a lot of people in my life. I've lost ones who I was engaged to tragically, and I felt like I was going into depression when I lost that one person. I'm already a small built person, and I lost so much weight. I looked at photos and I looked like a mop stick, right? And I said,
Wow.
something's not right here. And one day I was in the bathroom looking at myself and I said, God, I said, if you can help pull me out of whatever I was dealing with, help save me because I've never battled depression. I never knew what it was really, right? I said, if you can help me out of this, I will be forever grateful. And I want to say the next day, it's like a burden, a weight, something was lifted, if not even the same day, because it was late in the evening. And that's when I truly
Wow.
started believing.
Hmm.
So anybody I encounter when they're sharing their struggles with losing a loved one, or I share my journey, my truth, in hopes that it can help them. And now, when I get messages from whether it's in dreams or if I just hear something, I will reach out to the person and say, "Hey, I got this message for you. You know, I don't know what you're going to do with it, but this is the message for you." Because I want to bring them relief. I want them to get back that joy. Yes, the physical is not here with us, so you can't hug the physical body, but just
Right.
know that that spirit, that soul is still there right next to you. And if you just have the ability to quiet yourself and believe, you can and will feel them. And in most cases, we already, in a sense, know, but we don't trust. You know, you see something move and it's
Mhm.
like, that was not there. But because we don't believe that, okay, something moved this item, we lose the fleeting moments that our loved ones, our guides, or whomever is trying to communicate with us. So that's my passion for really working and remembering, everything that we've had for many lifetimes before and continue to gain the knowledge, remembering it. So that's a lot in a nutshell about me and my path.
That's beautiful. That's a wonderful story. That's a lot of people are saying beautiful. BW's here. She said, "Oh my goodness, your story resonates with me at the moment."
Thank you.
And yeah, as Sarkish said, amazing story from Akela. Is it Akela or Akela?
It's Akela, but
It is Akela. Okay.
so you are on point. But
Okay, good.
different pronunciations of it, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, gotcha. I didn't want to butcher your name, so.
Mhm.
Can you tell me a little bit about your channel and where you're at with that right now? So,
So, so right now with my channel, I try to keep posting angel messages. So I'll pull a card some mornings and I'll ask for the community, what do we need to know? And I'll post that message. Or some days I may be guided. I may see a beautiful rainbow in the sky and there's been no rain, or a beautiful set of flowers, and somehow I'm guided. Take a photo and post it. So I'll take the photo, post it to my channel right now. Just to help bring somebody joy, because you might scroll through something and be like, wow, that's nice. So it's an uplifting moment. I do hope to eventually start doing, I probably will start first with cards, pulling cards to folks on my channel. It's just trying to find the right time and form that works for me. And
mhm.
I have kids, so the balancing act, right? So it's finding the right time and just working with spirit. So when they tell me, I mean, they've been nudging me, but when they're like, okay, I'm gonna hit you upside the head and be like, do it now. I'm gonna do it. And then I don't do private readings yet. Um, but I do hope to. But that isn't meant to say if I get a message for you, whether I do a private reading or not, I will, as I said, pass it on to the person and they do with it as they please. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Okay, so I have Akila's channel down below. So if you have not subscribed, please go over there and subscribe. There's 17 in chat right now. So if all of you have, if you have not subscribed to Akela, do me a favor and please go over there and subscribe to her. And let's get her subs up some. She's not quite at 100. So let's get her to 100. So if you guys could go over there and do that. And I know Jackie keeps putting in your channel, so you can just click that link right there and go over there. Okay, so
Ooh. The W
yes,
put a message in the chat, and it literally gave me chills with the
this one
rain.
here.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't believe you mentioned a rainbow. I literally dreamt of rainbow last night. Not sure what that means. Oh, that's awesome.
Mhm.
I always equate rainbows with prosperity. And what about you, Gila?
When I see rainbow, it's just a reminder to smile. I don't associate it with anything.
Wow.
Every time I see a rainbow in the sky, it just lights. First of all, it just lights me up. So it's
Mm-hmm.
just a little reminder to for joy, to smile. Maybe I'll dig a little deeper into that. But every time, no matter where I see a rainbow, whether it's a small rainbow or a huge rainbow, um, it's just to me the universe's way of I don't I just heard in my head sending you a kiss.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because have you ever looked at a cloud and I think I have this on my channel, and you may see a very small ray of like a rainbow. It's not a full-on
Mm-hmm.
rainbow. There hasn't been any rain. It's just a little snippet of the rainbow colors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And yeah. So whenever I see those, as I said, I just heard it's the universe's way of sending you a kiss. I don't. That's what I heard in my head. So I'll take it as that. I'm getting a kiss from the universe when I see those, especially the small rainbows.
I love that. Here's a bunch of small ones for you.
Oh,
All right. And BW says, love that. And do need a hug and kiss from the universe.
wow.
Hi, Imelda. And anybody, what a lovely day is here. Miss Sherlock is here. Venus is here. And Val from Illumination Portal was here. I don't know if she still is, but so good to see you too, Valerie, if you're still here. And K Shade is here. Hi.
Hi, hi.
All right, and AA is here. Hello there. Lots of people popping in. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start questions. We're just gonna do questions as I normally do, if that's okay with you, Akela, and you go whenever you want to, or whenever spirit moves you. But I'll put this up here. Um, Readings are for entertainment purposes only. Free readings are done in random order. However, donations, super chats, and super stickers of $3 minimum US dollars will move you to the front of the line and give you a more detailed reading. PayPal's down below if you want to use that. Please put your questions in caps and emojis. No political, legal, health, or third party today, please. And thank you all for being here.
Yes, thank
All
you.
right, so go ahead and start putting in your questions, guys. I've got SR and then I've got Thea so far.
Okay.
So go ahead and put in your questions whenever you're ready, and we'll get started in just a minute. So, Akela and I found out that we are, well, I found out that we are neighbors. I'm in Virginia, she's in Maryland, so not too far from each other.
Yeah.
So, about but I'm in the bottom part of Virginia, so I'm about 5 hours still. But you have to go 5 hours anyways in any direction to get to any place around here anyway. So, Venus, I got you. K Shade, I got you. Nivra, I got you.
Oh, you are. Okay.
Oh, Venus, yeah.
Oh,
Venus is in Maryland too.
okay.
There's Judy. Hi, Judy. Welcome.
Welcome, welcome. Oh,
Nancy Ray, I got you. Maryland popped up for you.
Yeah.
What was the place you're thinking about moving, Nivra? Then no, Nivra's thinking about moving.
Okay.
All right. Well, we can go ahead and get started. And if you don't want to um, have to wait, then you can always donate, but it's only if you want to. And I think we can get to everybody so far.
Mhm.
AA, I've got you. And then we'll just see how things go here. All right, VW, I've got you. I'm going to try to get to everybody, but it really depends on who all comes in, and I'm just going to go where spirit leads. Hi, Jolie.
Hi, hi.
All right, so let's start with SR.
Okay.
Can you tell me what is coming for me with romantic relationships? Hi, Viviani.
Hi, Viviani. Sarkish.
Okay, SR. I got the Two of Wands for you. So this to me says to manifest what it is that you want, and um, write down the things that you want in somebody else. I'm assuming you're single, um, so just write it down and trust in that, believe in that, manifest that, and then look what I got right after that. If you do that, you'll have the Knight of Cups. So, and this can be male, female, it doesn't matter. Just this means that someone's coming in. This could just be a friendship. You want to always start with friendships, and then move them into romantic relationships if that's where spirit wants you to go. That's how I've tried to base my life, but sometimes it's love at first sight too. So, but I think someone is coming in more in a friendship role, but it could be something romantic later on. And then you got the King of Pentacles, and this is the king that has what he needs because he's worked hard for it. So the work that you do is going to be on you. You're going to work on yourself, self-care, self-love. And by doing that, you're going to bring in someone really interesting, I think. Oh, yeah, I've got these are the true heart feeling cards.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
the first one I got for you is abundant. Look at that. It's like a ring. Generous with love, emotions flow freely. And this could be something really abundant coming in for you and big. Okay, and then I'll get one more for you. Is the star. So this is hope and healing, right? So a brand new hopeful life. So I think something really big and good is coming in for you, SR. And if you would ask me when, I'll say within the next month, something's going to be coming in. So that's what I got. I'm sure Akela has more for you here.
Yes, yes. So, Scott, as you were reading your cards, I'm chuckling to myself because, like, okay, Scott in my head. Um, so what I got for you, SR, is there is someone, like Scott says, well, on my side, I wasn't getting love relationship. It seemed more of a friendship. However, this friendship can lead into more than just friendship, but you have to set what it is you want. What are you looking for? Because you want to make sure that if you manifest this person, it's really what you want. You don't, and you want to be um, direct in a sense as to what you want in this person to make sure that you are allowing the what you put out is what you're getting coming back to you from this person. Um, then I asked, oh, the other thing I got was, are you taking care of you? And Scott talked about self love. So make sure and take care of you first, because yesterday I was listening to something, and the lady said that we tend to look outside for what we want. That's love, uh, abundance, whatever it is. We tend to look outside, but really and truly, we have to look within. Oh, and I remember it was a story about a musk deer. Um, and then I shuffled from my Oshun deck, and the card I got for you, it says Oshun's honey pot. And it says sacred pleasure, sensuality, and self love. And it's a beautiful card. Look at all that honey, that yellow. So bask in your own honey, bask in your own self love. Let it engulf you, let it wrap you, drench yourself within it. And then once you have been satisfied, yeah, I'm gonna use the word satisfied, with the love that you have within you, then you reflect out and you attract back the love that you have, that you feel and you have for yourself. I hope that makes sense. But that's what I have for you, Kish.
I love that. I love how it all came together with both of our readings. Were very similar. I
Mhm.
love that. All right. Thank you, SR. And let me, Jolie, I got your donation, but I don't have a question for you. So can you put your question in there for me so we can get you? Jolie James, you're welcome, SR. She says, thank you both.
You're welcome.
We put this down. And while we're waiting for Jolie, we will go to, oh, a general for you. Okay. We can do that.
Yeah. Jolie was a general.
Jolie, she says, a general for me, whatever comes out.
I heard the word progression, Julie. I'm not sure what you're doing. Um, you're here in this group, so I'm assuming that they are referencing your spiritual growth. It is progressing. So if you're feeling any lack, or now I'm seeing a bunch of little upside down hearts flowing to my left. If you're feeling any lack, or like if you're not moving, this is to let you know that you are. It may not be at the pace that you are looking for or hope to, or maybe where you hope to be, but you are progressing. I'm trying to see what these hearts, it looks like a stream, but what's interesting is it's flowing to my left, but it's a stream of hearts. So I guess hearts represent love. So I guess your guides are letting you know that they are there with you, they are guiding you, they are, they love you. Um, what else? Scott, if you get anything else, you can go ahead. Let me see. Now the stream has turned to red.
Oh.
I'm just hearing love. So are you feeling, Jolie? I'm finding. The will. Okay. Okay. So, okay. At first, the hearts didn't have any color, but now the stream itself is red. But it feels like what is being poured into you. So, whatever it is you're doing, don't give up. Yes, I've been doing. Don't, okay. Don't give up because you are guided and supported by your, oh, look, just got chills on that. They are there with you, I guess, helping to push you along. So just know that that support system is there with you. So when you feel the lack or like things are not going the way they're supposed to be or where you want it to be, know that whether it's your business or your spirit, because I see you're focusing on your business or your spirituality, know that you are supported, you are guided, there's love, there's a lot of love behind you with that, and you are where you need to be. We feel that we should be further along in something, but that's not where the universe wants us to be necessarily, you know. So just don't give up. Okay. And for some reason, I was guided to pull up from my hummingbird deck. So I'm going to pull up one card from there for you. So, Scott, while I pull her card, please feel free to share.
Okay. I got a couple cards for you, Jolie, and I agree with what Akela is saying. For your business, you're going to be able to have the knowledge and the mental clarity to be able to do whatever it is that you want. So, expanding your heart for your business and yourself, I think that you're going to be able to do that. You got the wise owl here, so you got really good things coming in. Then you got the justice card, so just make sure that things are balanced in your life and your business, work, relationships, home life, all that is balanced. And then you got the nine of wands, and this is just saying to be resilient and have that bounce back. So if you hit a little speed bump, don't worry. You can jump right back up, and that's what spirit wants for you, is to bounce back and to embrace, your high vibrations as much as possible. But know that I feel like you're on the right path. There may be something here. You got the fangs card, so there may be some negative people in your environment. If that is true of your business, you might want to have some boundaries and really think to yourself and to with your spirit and meditate. Is that something I want around me all the time? So that's just and a thing there. And then I got, this goes along with it, I got the snake. So but this can be a time of healing
Mhm.
right there, but and shedding old skin. But it can also be a person who is kind of sneaky. So that's what I was getting, maybe from the Fangs card too. So just make sure that you are having your boundaries and you set them high. Okay.
Okay.
And Akila, what else did you get?
So the card I get from the hummingbird deck says, listen to the call. I hope you can see that. Listen to the call.
Yeah.
And at the bottom, it said, Spirit is singing sweet words of wisdom. Be still and listen. And as Scott was showing his cards with the snake and the fangs, and I don't know if this is true, but what I heard was there's outside voices. So maybe people around you who are maybe giving guidance or trying to give guidance, but the guidance may not necessarily be the best for you. Take time, be still, and listen to the guidance you're receiving from spirit, because spirit will never lead you astray. Okay. And if it's warming up now, I don't know where you are, but if you're able to, take a walk by a stream, take a walk in the park, nature, go out in your backyard, put your feet in the grass, and then just, ask spirit to come in and guide you. you know I'm learning to surrender, so maybe that just popped back in my head. So maybe you say to spirit, I surrender for the messages that is of my highest good, and see what you get. And
I
that's,
love that. Sorry, go ahead.
oh no, you're fine. That's it.
I love that. It's beautiful. All right. Let's see. Let's move on to Nivra. Nivra, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. Hi, Christine. And just visiting. Hello. All right. Can I get guidance on my current living situation, living and financial situation? Will there be improvement?
I heard shift your perspective, Nivra. Shift your perspective. When we are in a moment of strife, or we feel like our world is caving in, right? We can't see beyond, because all we're focusing on is what's happening right now. Panic, fear, stress, all of the other stuff starts setting in. Try to find the positive in whatever it is you're going through, whether it's with the living or the financial. And I'll give you a brief scenario, because I'm being heard to tell my story, and I'm going to tell it, wrap it up real quick. A few years ago, I was not in a financially stable position, right? It was like living paycheck to paycheck to paycheck to paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. And I couldn't see my way out, because I kept saying, oh my gosh, the check comes in, the check goes out. The check comes in, the check goes out. Until, again, one day I finally said, I allowed spirit in, and I said, show me the way. Show me what I can do to improve my finances. Show me how I can shift. And something that was so simple as a consolidation, and because of the field I'm in, that would have been a simple thought. I couldn't see, I could not, because again, the strife was blocking it. And then one day I'm at work, and it hit me, do this, consolidate, blah, 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 blah. So now you, as opposed to having 5 payments, you have 1 payment, right? And when you have credit cards, and I'm not saying this is you, I'm just giving a scenario. When you have credit cards, 1 credit card based on the balance, you might be paying $300-$400. And if you have 5 credit cards and you're paying $300-$400, even $100 on each, that's a lot. But then when you consolidate stuff, now you're paying, maybe, let's say the balance is $20,000, as opposed to paying $1,200. Your payment may now be $1,000. So you freed up $200, or maybe you freed up $500. So on the financial situation, I'm being guided to tell you, try to shift how you look at it. Find ways. Talk to somebody who's in finance to see, okay, here's my situation. What can I do? And I know a lot of us will say, well, credit if we live in the US, but talk to someone. Don't sit and wallow in, I can't, I can't, I can't, I can't. Because you may walk into an institution, a bank, credit union, whomever, and get that one person who is truly willing to listen and see you for you and your situation for the way it is, and give you the guidance that you need in that moment. So don't give up hope on your financial situation, because that can be solved. Now I'm gonna go back in on the living situation. So Scott, if you have anything, please feel free to go ahead. I'm gonna get my pendulum. Okay.
Hey, Nivra. I got this 6 of Earth. This is the 6 of Pentacles. And this is generosity. So I feel like that you will have someone come in and help you. Just do as Akela is saying if you want, and don't worry about it. Don't release your expectations is what I'm getting. Okay, and then you got the Four of Water. This is possibly missing out on an opportunity. So just make sure that every opportunity that you um, are getting, that you're looking into it, and for your living situation, make sure you're looking in all places, that you're thinking of, and go with your gut and follow your intuition. And I think there'll be a something special there for you. Then you got the Judgment card, and this is: Are you following your life purpose in everything that you're doing? So if you are, then don't worry and just keep going to day, and I think something will pop up. I think you've got a good change coming. This is the Page of Fire, which is the Page of Wands, the free spirit. So they just kind of do what they want to do, and things work out. So I'm just getting let go and let spirit lead is what I'm
Mhm.
getting there. Then I've got a couple oracle cards for you: Attraction, Manifesting, and Magnetism. So attract what it is that you want, manifest it, right? And it will, it'll be there for you if you just focus on what it is that you want. And then I've got, yeah, Infinity. Look at that. So this is limitless. You have limitless potential in finding what it is that you want. And I think that you will find what you want. And I will just say this: by the cards, and by what I'm getting here as well, if with the living situation, if you um, are not comfortable there, then that's a sign. So think about something else, somewhere else that you can go and responsibly, of course, be able to move to another place if you're getting that you're not comfortable in your own home, because that needs to be your fortress, and you need to take care of yourself, and that's part of taking care of yourself is living in a home that you're happy with. So that may take some time if you need to change, but that's what I got.
Okay. So, like Scott said, Naira, Scott had great cards for you, and I got even greater cards for you. So, this is from my Angel Answers deck, and I asked about your current living situation, and I got three cards. I got big, happy changes are coming your way. The situation will improve, okay? And abundance. And abundance, could be in all different aspects of your life. It doesn't necessarily have to be money. It could be happiness. It could be food. It could be friends. It could be finances. It could be anything. And what I'm getting from this abundance card, if you can see the lady holding the basket in her hand and it's overflowing with gold, it looks like. Envision that. Envision you, the things that you want, your financial situation, your current living situation. Envision what you want for yourself in that basket, in your hands. Surrender to source, surrender to the universe, and envision everything is in abundance. And when you absorb that into yourself, again, you attract, what you put out is what you attract. So if you're putting out into the universe, you know what, this is a situation now, but hey, I still have a roof over my head, I still have money for food, I still have money for blah blah blah, whatever it is, I am grateful, and I welcome anything else that spirit has for me that is of my highest good abundantly. This is you. So you're gonna have to come back and tell us when things start to shift for you. Okay. And remember, always ask your angels for guidance, ask the guides to help you with the situation, guide you to the right people, the right sources, to help you, right? Because it's not just, I just heard, it's not just the universe alone working, it's a partnership. So you have to do your part, and the universe then collaborates with you to give you what you want, or what you need, I should say. So all the best, Naivra.
I love that. Thank you, Akela.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Nivra. All right. Let's move on to Nancy Ray.
Okay.
Do you see me moving close to Myriad Gardens later this year?
Okay. Myriad Gardens. I hope there's only one Myriad Gardens. You know, it's interesting. You go to different places and you see the name of this place in a totally different area. So uh, we'll see. Okay. Ask my pendulum. Nancy Ray. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Go
Oh,
ahead.
you go right ahead. Go right ahead.
So I asked my pendulum, and as I picked up my pendulum to ask Nancy Ray, I think because you specifically asked later this year, I felt a no, but I wanted to double check with my pendulum, and I also got a no in my from my pendulum. So I'm gonna ask and see if maybe next year. Again, timing. You know, there's a lot of factors, energy shift, things change, but we can at least see if next year you'll be moving to this location. Okay, it looks more like 2026. I'm not sure when. Okay, I just heard closer to the fall. Again, time, there's a lot of factors, but I'm getting more so in 2026. So all the best on your move, Nancy Ray.
All right. Thank you, Akela. I've got the Four of Cups again, so this is coming up not to miss out on any opportunities. So Spirit may have something else for you. Don't limit yourself. Um, if you do have this place that you feel like you belong there, then of course, let Spirit lead you there. But I'm getting that there may be another place and something else that may be in a different part of, well, I don't know if this is a state or where this is at, Myriad Gardens, but it may be someplace different. Okay, with that. Page of Swords is the learning page. So learning that you may have something that is better for you out there, releasing expectations. And then you got the Knight of Swords. It's going a little bit too fast. So slow down and manifest and meditate is more than manifest, but meditate on what you want and make sure that you're letting Spirit be open to guide you in the way that you want to go. Okay? And then you got the Six of Cups. And this is a gift that's being given to you or a person coming back from your past. So this could be, and I'm seeing like some kind of gardens back here. So this may be for the gardens, the Myriad Gardens, and you're outside of that. You're not inside, you're outside. So I think that it's outside of it. It could be close. But I don't think it's right there in the same location. I agree with Akela that it's going to maybe be a little bit of time. I just need to be in a creative and artsy community. Could be Passio district instead. Okay, yeah, it may be a different one, but you're going to have happiness. Okay, so just hold on to that. Hold on to the fact that you're going to have happiness, and claim this. Right, that it's going to be a happy place, and everything's going to work out. You will find your way. You're headed in the right direction. Okay, so you are going to find your way, and that's what I got for you, Nancy Ray. I think it'll work out just fine. Just release expectations, and it, I think that you'll find a great place.
Yeah.
That's what I got. All right. Thank you, Nancy Ray. I appreciate you being here. And next up is Miss. I can't talk today. Miss Sherlock. See if his son Lucas will grow taller, and if you have any advice on helping him at this time. I followed the last advice and it really helped. Okay, is there a condition, Miss Sherlock, that is keeping him from growing taller? I can't remember.
Yeah, please ask my okay, because
Yeah, give us a little bit more information, Miss Sherlock, if you're here.
I don't know what immediately came to me was be careful what you wish for, you know, in the growing taller. Let's see what I get.
Miss Sherlock, is there a condition that is keeping him from growing taller? Is this more of a No, he is Guatemalan. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Do you mind telling us how tall he is, Miss Shola? Because this could be a really kind of like clear as mud question, only because he could be 5'7" and you want him to be 6'4". He's Guatemalan, so maybe not 5'7". I don't know, but if you could just be a little clearer. Okay. Yeah, it's very, because even the second part, and if you have any advice on helping him, no, that's very broad.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I agree.
Yeah, well, he's 5 foot. Okay. Interesting. I said 5'7". Okay. Maybe he's gonna grow to 5'7". Let's see. And then there's so many factors, but okay.
I got the Nine of Swords, so it might be something that you're worrying about that you don't need to. And I think that instead of fearing, that he's not going to be, as tall as you want him to be or he wants to be, you need to just trust and not let it, bother you as much as possible. Just remember the swords are fear, and fear is an illusion. Okay, so you got the Ace of Wands. This is a new opportunity for what? Growth. This is a growth opportunity. So I do think he will grow taller. Um, but you've got to make sure that you have everything balanced out with yourself, and that it's not something that you're demanding an outcome or on it. I know that Um, really good about releasing outcomes, releasing expectations is what I'm getting here is real important. So let me see what else I'm getting. Now that you are very close together, this can mean, father and or mother and son, and mother and sons have a really tight connection. So I get that you were there for him, and that's awesome. Job in his art. He is 20. Okay. Well, he might have some obstacles and challenges and possible delays, but this requires perseverance. So if he just keeps going and you are helping him along the way, then I think that it's gonna be really good. And he's got an angel behind him too in this card. This is I see this as him and this is you. So I see him getting taller than you, and also um, having these wings back here is going to help. I was the smallest person in my class when I was in elementary school and even in middle school. And I didn't get my growth spurt until probably my first year in college. And I am 6'4". So I was like 5 nothing for the longest time, so um, yeah, just release expectations and know that you know the art may be coming in a little while, so patience is needed. Just encourage him to follow his dreams and his hopes. Yeah. You got anything else, Akela?
Yeah. So I got kind of a little bit of the same thing. So relinquish control, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you make sure like you have your own journey, your own path. Lucas has his own journey, his own path. You know, you want him to be a little taller. Maybe the universe has different. That's not gonna withhold him from anything in his life just because he's not 6'4". Um, when Scott, you held up the is it the growth card, the one with the bees, and it looked like a tree.
Yeah, it was the Ace of Wands.
Okay. When you held that card up, what I saw for the growth was in whatever he was doing. I didn't know what he was doing, and I guess he's into arts. So the growth is going to be within his art, right? And you mentioned one of the cards had angel wings, and this fire garden fell out my deck. It's called the fire guardian, I'm sorry, and ignite your passion. So I'm feeling in me that even though Lucas loves what he's doing, because maybe there are obstacles that he's encountering, his light, his passion is not where it should be, is what I'm feeling. I'm not sure if this might be him or it might be more so you, but that's what I feel in my heart. This fire guardian is letting him know that I am here with you. I am here to help you ignite that passion, that thing you love to do. Yes, your artwork may not be in a grand studio, right? But there are other ways. I don't know where you live. Um, there's a gentleman who I ran across on Facebook, and I think he's in New York City. And Spirit just led me back to that gentleman. And he is Latino. He's about 5 foot from what I see. He is about 5 foot. But this young man has so much passion drawing, sketching people in the train stations in New York City. Yes, his work may not be where he wants it, but because he has changed where he is showcasing his work, his following has grown to this huge number. And this young man, his vibrancy, his love for what he do, his love for the people he encountered, their uniqueness, maybe this is what Lucas, I'm not saying that he has to go in a train station or he's a game creator. Okay. But he needs, social media is out there and there's so many people blossoming with social media. So while he may face obstacles, he needs to sit and think of trying to find other ways to get what to promote what he's doing, you know. And I know as a parent, we worry about our kids and the ability to take care of themselves. And if we see them being down, we want to pick them up. But the picking up as parents sometimes isn't for us. They have to be able to get back up on their own 2 feet. And then we come and we give them that added support. It's hard. I'm a mother of 2. I have twin girls. So sometimes I see them struggling and it's like, oh my gosh. But sometimes they have to learn. And it may be his lesson to learn defeat, if he's feeling defeated. But this guardian angel is here with him. And if you want, you can take a screenshot of it. And he can put it up in his room or by his game, wherever he does his gaming thing, he can put it up there and just call on that fire guardian to help light that match under him, to help send him along with his team, because his team is there with him, his guides, his guardian angels, they're there with him. Ask them to help him find the ways to share the passion that he has, the love of gaming that he has with the world. And he will start to see cracks will open, doors will open. So I wish Lucas all the best on his journey. And he'll be okay. He'll be okay. I hope that helps, Miss Sherlock.
Great. Thank you, Akela. That was awesome. All right. Thank you, Miss Sherlock. And let's go to Christine. Christine wants, can I have a reading situation, a current reading situation?
Okay.
Christine, are you still here? Hi, Delphi. Welcome. And Sonia.
Christine.
Okay, Christine's here.
Okay.
Financial. Okay.
Financial. Okay. You know what's interesting, Christine? The image I saw before I even heard the financial part is I saw like you sitting on a floor and someone comes in, but you have this, think of a horse's reins, but it's under your tush area and it comes up and it kind of like straddles you, right? So you have this, you're sitting in something, and I see this person walks in and snatches the reins and pulls you up as if to say, get on here, you can do this. So I'm guessing that's your guide trying to pull you out of the slum. If you're feeling like you're in a slum, they're trying to get you out of it, um and kind of like before, if you're focused on the lack, that is what you're going to attract. And I know it's hard because now sometimes I have to tell myself, okay, now that I'm in a situation where I'm kind of okay, that lack still wants to come in, because like for me personally, this is not spirit, this is just me, because again, they're telling me tell this, because I've had that lack before. Now that I am in an okay situation, sometimes I'm like, okay, I gotta hold on, I can't spend this, I gotta be careful, I gotta be extra cautious. But then that shifts the energy, right? Because now fear of losing is what I'm putting out. And then what is the universe going to do? Okay, since you're inviting the fear of losing or being back to the lack in your life, we're gonna send that back to you. So I have to learn to shift. So and again, I know it's hard. It's hard when you're on that last dollar or last whatever to see beyond, but just try to shift. Try to see yourself abundantly having, even if it's not money. What in your life in brings you joy? What in your life, whether it's your kids, the laughter of a kid, that abundant joy, that abundance of joy, that laughter, that happiness, what takes you out of that hole you're in? Focus on that, and the universe will, because you're now in a place of abundance, the universe will start to send you back abundance. So I find we're getting a lot of shifting of perspective here, and things will work out. It seems like we're in a trench that we can't get out of, but believe me, ask for help. Ask your guides, show you the way. Ask the universe, show you the way. I surrender. I relinquish my control of wanting to be able to have that Lexus, but I have a Toyota. You know what I'm saying? Relinquish everything to spirit and ask them to step in and show you the way. And you will start to see your flow, the energy will start to shift. It'll flow differently for you. But I'm going to pull a card because I was told to pull a card from the Ganesha, Whispers of Lord Ganesha deck. So I'm going to pull from that. So, Scott, please feel free to go if you have something.
Okay. Yeah, I see, Christine, where you said you're so intertwined with your family business and any advice mantra. And it was asked to Akela, and I actually was thinking, just sitting here, and something that Arthur from Ease Your Mind told me. He actually said, "Write this down. I want you to write it down, and I want to give this to you too, Christine." It says, "I request the most benevolent outcome for the perfect whatever blank for me.
Mhm.
Thank you." And say that over and over again, as many times as you want to, and so you believe it. I request the most benevolent outcome for the perfect whatever the situation in my finances for me, and then thank you. So I just wanted to share that. I got the Nine of Fire. This is the bounce back Nine of Wands card. So being resilient. Okay, being resilient, bouncing back. You've got the Two of Swords, and this is making a decision and just deciding on, you know, the best decision that you can make with your intuition and your gut. Then you got the Nine of Water, which is the Nine of Cups. So just make sure that you're also um, manifesting what it is that you want. This is the manifestation card. There's a beautiful rainbow that Akela was talking about there for you as well. And then you got the Six of Air, and this is the Six of Swords. This is going from one place to another. So you may need to shift, as Akela says, and move from where you're at to a place where you're happier. And that could be physically, that could be emotionally, mentally. I'm thinking physically. So that's what I got. Oh, I got two oracle cards for you. Wisdom, use your best judgment. Okay? And then I've got legal matters. And I know you've had some situations with your family business there, but it just says be analytical and impartial, and good things will happen.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's what I got.
Yeah. And the card I get from the Whispers of Lord Ganesha is positive outlook. Okay. And Lord Ganesha, there is a mantra to help remove obstacles. So if you go on YouTube, you could find the mantra, Christine, and you can say that mantra to help remove whatever obstacles that you feel may be blocking you. But things are going to shift. Well, let me repeat that because they stopped me. Shift your perspective, no matter what it is. And again, I know it's hard, but trust. We have to trust that things will work out for the better and invite that energy into your space. And once you start having that positive outlook on things, I think things will start to look up for you. Yeah. But try the Lord Ganesha's mantra. And you can be specific in what it is you're asking um, Lord Ganesha to remove from your space so that you can start to see the growth that you're looking for. Okay. And that's it.
All right. Thank you. And we've gone a little bit over an hour. Do you have time for one more?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good.
Okay. Let's go to BW. BW, are you still here? Let me know. You're welcome, Christine.
You're welcome.
Thanks for being here. Yes. Okay. I'm going through dark times and depression. I've been praying lots, but I got laid off from my job and want to know about my finances.
Wow, I think my story at the beginning of this slide was for you, VW.
Very similar.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. When we get laid off from a job, sometimes we ask why, right? And sometimes we can't understand the reason why we've been laid off, but sometimes it's for our own good. And sometimes spirit moves in a way where if you are not doing something let me rephrase that because you're never forced to do anything, right? But maybe this job wasn't a job for you. It wasn't helping you grow in the way that you needed to grow. And sometimes when one door closes, it's for a greater opportunity that's going to open up maybe in a month, maybe 2 months, So trust, again, that word that spirit keeps telling us, trust. And I just heard, and maybe this is also a time for you to take the break that you need. And again, it's hard when you have bills and other people depending on you. But trust that the universe will not put you through a situation that you cannot handle. If spirit is guiding this path where you need to rest, believe me, something bigger and better, once you have taken the time that's needed, is going to oh gosh, the word came and it went out. Something is going to pop up and you're going to be like, wow, I was never expecting that. It could be greater pay, greater community of people. The energy is the best. So shift your perspective on being laid off. And if you're feeling dark times and depression, go into meditation. Call on God. If you call him God, source, creator, whatever you call the higher one, and ask for guidance. Ask them to help pull you out of that situation. Believe, because that is a factor. You have to believe that what you are requesting is going to come for you. And it's okay because I for some reason in my head and my body, I feel like I want to cry. And I think what they're showing me is you in a corner crying, but release, let it go. Don't hold back those tears. Put your head in a pillow and scream if you have to release whatever that energy is that is pulling you into that depression. Okay, she said she's been praying so much. Yeah, believe. surrender, relinquish, let the universe step in and do what they need to do for you. Okay. And I think all of that was from spirit. But I'm gonna also pull a card for you because I know it's tough. It's tough. Oh, what I also just heard is there are places that we all can go if we're struggling with food, if we're struggling with even help for I'm also heard it for food, but I'm gonna add like your utilities and anything of that sort. There are food banks. There are facilities out there where you can go and get boxes or bags of food. And that's for everyone in all of us who are here. So don't feel like I can't and I don't have. There's places within your community that is offering help until you, VW, and anyone else can get back on your feet. Okay? And again, please cry, let it out. I feel my heart is closing up. I can feel my heart tightening. I can feel the tears wanting to release. They want to flow, but they're not. They can't because everything is like it's in a bubble and you don't know. Take a pin and stick that bubble. Take a knife, even if it's an imaginary bubble, and slice that bubble and let everything out. Because when you release, you're surrendering. You've been he, there's a lot that you're unpacking, VW. There's a lot. So allow yourself the grace to cry, scream. Don't hold it in. Because it's tight in my chest. Don't hold it in. Things will get better. Okay. Scott, you can go ahead. I'm going to pull a card for VW.
Okay. Well, basically, all you said is coming through in the cards. You got the Page of Earth, which is manifesting what it is that you want. And so, thinking about the positive um, things that you can to make the situation better. And, you know, I agree completely with the, crying and letting that out. There's no weakness in crying. It's actually, I think it is healthy. I think it helps us to deal with things better. And then you got the Hanged Man. So maybe look at things through a different perspective. Okay, so looking at things differently. Just keep trying to find a new job and don't get down on yourself. Instead, when it's a time comes and you need to cry, cry. But you know, I think that things will get better as well. Look at things differently. The spirit has your back, right? The universe has your back. And then you've got the Ace of Earth. This is a new opportunity and new money. So this to me is your new job coming in. So I would say within 3 months, and that's within. It could be sooner than that, but I've got within 3 months. And then you got the Death card, and the Death card is not a bad card to get at all. It's a really good card because it means the change is coming, transformation, transition. So the end of your dark times is coming, I believe, and something really positive is going to take its place. I think you're going to find a new job.
Mhm.
And then I got the Panta Bear for you. So this is gentle strength. So just know that even in times of depression, you still have strength that you can reach down and grab. Okay, so just remember that. Just remember to give your imaginary panda a squeeze, and they, you know, he or she will give you the strength that you need. And then I got one more for you. Step by step, your efforts will pay off. There
Mhm.
you go. So gradual progress. You just need to keep going and be consistent. No rushing. Small wins. Okay. So that's what I got. I'm going to get you back to Akela.
So I was guided to pull a color for you, VW. Okay. And the color I got for you is called, oops, hold on. It's called cayenne. I hope it's cayenne or cyan. It's a beautiful blue. And I wish if you want to take a screenshot of that, please feel free to go ahead and do it. It's cayenne, CYAN. And if you can wear cayenne, even if you don't have the color of cayenne, envision the color of cayenne wrapping you in a protective bubble. You're inside that bubble, right? Cayenne helps you build confidence. And I want to read the message for you. It says, cayenne strengthens your confidence and belief in yourself, balancing the system of your body and giving you clarity in times when you need to make choices. It also helps release stress to attain peace and relaxation and can be very helpful in fine tuning your communication abilities. Build your confidence with the help of a cayenne circle. So, like the bubble, create a circle around you. Envision the color cayenne or cyan, however it's pronounced, to help build that confidence in every aspects of your life. You got laid off from your job, so that could help lower somebody's confidence. But trust and believe that you have what it takes for when that job opportunity comes and they see your resume, because you have done the modifications that you need on your resume. Because I mean, I've been in my job 20 something years. So, of course, I don't know how long you've been in this job, but revamp your resume and be confident that when your resume pops up in that person's feed, they're calling you and that job is yours if it's the job that you want. So it says here for confidence, close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath in. As you breathe out, allow yourself to completely let go of all the stress and tension in your body. Taking another slow breath and visualize a deep cayenne color filling your whole body. Then, as you breathe out, relax. And everything that you want within you, in front of you, envision it within that circle and know that you have the power to manifest what you want now and going forward in your life, whether it's job related, finances related. You have the power. Think abundance, confidence, utilizing this color. The light, it's a very interesting shade of blue. Sometimes the sky looks this color blue. It's kind of like a blue with hints of green under it, but it's a beautiful blue. And that will help, I think that'll help you in tandem with your guides, spirit, to get you where you need to be. So I wish you all the best, VW. Okay. And that's all I have, Scott.
Oh, no problem. All right. Well, thank you, Akela, and thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Nancy. Nancy just came in and she went and subbed to you. And I know I've seen several other people say they subbed to you. So hopefully that'll get you going a little bit there. But you're welcome, BW. So thank you all for being here. And Akela, it's been a pleasure. Your insights are amazing. So I
Thank
really, really appreciate you being here and sharing your gifts with us. So, all right. So thank you, everybody. And I hope everybody has a good day. I will be back at 4 o'clock with Sun Psychic Gene. So they'll be on my channel, and I'll put it on my community tab as soon as I'm done here. So you guys can go over there if you would like at 4. And that's Eastern Standard Time. Hey, Akela, what have you got coming up? Anything?
I will be with the Crone Zone, I think on the 29th. Yes. Yeah. Yes, the 29th at 8 p.m. So that's the next show that I have coming on. But I want to say thank you for having me on your show, Scott. And thank you for everyone who joined and subbed. I promise I'll start doing shows on there. Um, you know, yes, the Crone Zone. But yeah, thank you all for coming. You could have been doing many other things, but you
Yeah.
choose to share your time with us and Spirit. And I hope all the messages helped everyone. And we wish you all the best as you go through your
Yes.
day. Oh,
Yes, and you're up to 98 subscribers. So if we can get two more people, if you have not subscribed, please go and subscribe to Akela so we can get her to 100 by the end of the day. Okay, so her information is down below. Just click on it and go and subscribe for her. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. And I'll see you all hopefully at 4. And take care. Bye bye, everybody.